like always, I'm reading the instructions carefully.
There's a little bit of a panic because 4 other families are arriving today.
Today, our channel reaches new geek heights.
So it's Nathan's fault.
Absolutely.
And where has he gone? He's just disappeared.
Are you still with me? La jeunesse, Nathan, est souvent synonyme
d'irresponsabilité et de bêtise.
Do not judge me on my scrapey tool.
And how many viewers did we just lose by showing this very uninteresting piece of equipment?
My name is Anna. I'm an English former fashion and textile designer. I moved to Paris aged 23 to work for the French couture house Baumann and stayed for the croissants, the wine, and of course for Philip, a filmmaker from the South Tyrolean Alps. After 10 amazing years, getting married, buying and renovating 2 homes and having 2 babies, we decided city life was no longer for us. Philip had been dreaming of buying a chateau since the day we met and finally convinced me to start looking. We came to visit Chateau Gonville-sur-Honfleur. Despite being in quite poor condition and needing a complete renovation, we immediately fell in love. In May 2019, we got the keys to the chateau, our new home. With a tight budget, we had no choice but to do most of the renovations by ourselves. We're learning new skills as we go, building muscles we never knew we had, and getting creative to make the chateau as personal as possible whilst preserving its historic features. It's all part of this crazy family adventure, and we wouldn't change it for anything.
What day are we? Oh my God, I've lost track of the days of the week. Oh yes, we're Monday. And Philip's cousin and family arrived yesterday from Chateau in Italy, which was super nice. We haven't seen them for like over 2 years, and that's crazy. The last time they were here, it was, we just bought the chateau. It was a complete mess. It was really fun to see them and catch up, and the kids were playing in the garden together, and yeah, it was really fun. But we haven't quite finished with what we needed to do. There's a little bit of a panic because 4 other families are arriving today, all from Chateau, and they've rented out the chateau for the week. So that's why we had this big rush to try and get the 4th guest room ready. And we're still finishing it today. Philip is still doing the plumbing of the bath, but he did find a solution, so that's a big relief. And I am still making curtains. It's a bit of a crazy day, but that's what I'm doing today, yeah. Whew. I've just come outside to see what's going on. Philip's supposed to be finishing the bath for the guests who are arriving in like less than 2 hours. And he's trying to fix the lawnmower. What's going on?
Well, we decided that having an extremely difficult plumbing problem, having guests coming in 2 hours and having to install the shower, the sink and other things is not enough for today. So Nathan decided to drive into something hard, and it bent the cage for the knives of the lawnmower. And we are not able to bend them back for some reason because it's quite a thick aluminium or steel. And so I came up with a solution to cut the blades a little bit.
So it's Nathan's fault.
Absolutely.
And where has he gone? He's just disappeared.
Yeah, I don't know. Normally there's a camera and he's coming. I don't know why he's... Oh, regarde la caméra. Regarde la caméra.
That sounds better. It's 8:30 and I am finally finished. And yeah, luckily our guests have been kept very occupied with copious amounts of cider and wine, and they haven't noticed that it's 8:30 and they still haven't got their room. But now Philip's going to help me and we're going to hang the curtains, and that's the last thing, and it's finished. So it feels really good to be done.
Consider yourself extremely happy. Today, our channel reaches new geek heights, and all starts with the content of this package here. This one. It contains 4 well-crafted, beautifully shaped, and extremely useful, if not essential, table legs. Yes, I hear you. This is not remotely geeky enough for such an announcement, but don't you worry. This is merely an accessory. The real deal is in this box here. It's an antenna. Actually, it's 2 antennae. Is it antennas or antennae? I think it's antennae. It's 2 antennae. The reason for me to buying them is that we have a really bad internet connection here. Actually, the only way for us to get into the internet is through a 4G phone connection. And if other people use their phone in the area, it takes forever, for instance, to upload a video. So with these 2 antennae, this should be a problem of the past, as long as I manage to point them directly to the nearest 4G antenna. Are you still with me? And how many viewers did we just lose by showing this very uninteresting piece of equipment?
Are you recording?
I'm recording.
All right.
So what do we need to do, Anna?
The 4th guest room is finished, but the hallway isn't, so we can't rent it out until this is painted. So task this week is painting this and finishing it.
Unless we blindfold the guests and we don't show them the hallway, we take them into the room and we take the blindfold off.
Yeah, that could be an interesting experience.
I think so.
What I really want to do is make a wallpaper for this hallway, except I don't really have time right now. So I thought that maybe for now we could just paint it.
Yes.
And that gives me time in the meantime to make some wallpaper.
But we don't buy a paint for that if it's just temporary. We use something we have.
Exactly.
What do we have?
So this is the options. Get ready.
I'm ready.
Where is it?
It's gonna be green.
It's my little green colour card, and guess what colour it is? For some reason, over-ordered on the green. So we have a lot of green left.
Yes.
Right, so we have these 2. So we have, this is Borrington green.
Good. Borrington green. Looks like it sounds.
Well, that's the same colour as we have in the hallway.
No, it looks really nice.
Or we have the Windmill Lane.
When Anna means different, this is the hallway green here, and this is the green, she says, looks different.
Then white on the panelling. I've got loads of white left.
The same whites as in the paneling in the hallway.
I might have a slightly warmer, the Portland stone one. If I have enough, I would do that because it's slightly warmer white.
All right.
Yeah?
Good with me. I lead you to it.
Yeah.
And
okay.
I'm going back to install the antenna.
Okay.
The
Good.
antennae. Is it antennae or antennas?
The antenna.
The plural.
Antennae? I don't know.
I said antennae many times now. If that is wrong, I have to redo all the filming.
You have to beep yourself out.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
is it? You're English and you don't know. Is
I've
it
never used the word antenna as a plural.
Have you never spoken about ants? They have antennae or antennas.
I think it might be antennae. I think so.
Like always, I'm reading the instructions carefully. Now, in order to install these antennae, we need to go to one of the most secretive spaces in our chateau. And this is the attic right above our private apartment. It's really dark up here and the image must be quite grainy, but at least you can see something. This is a small attic space which we use for mostly storage, but also our air conditioning for the bathrooms lives here. And there's enough space for installing these two gigantic antennae, and there our table legs will be more than useful. Actually, what I could do before, I could also install a light up here. That means I have to go down 2 flights of stairs and go up 2 flights of stairs, but I think for the sake of the quality of this vlog, I will do it. Much better, isn't it? Now, if you look carefully, you should also be able to see all the bat poop, which is an original and authentic feature of this room. So an ideal spot would probably be here for the first one, and then at least a meter away, the second one. And if you wonder why this flag is here, I don't know, because it was here when we bought the Chateau and we never bothered to take it off. They did sell specific antenna holders, but they were like 35 euros and they looked exactly like table legs. So I bought table legs and they were 5 euros. It's the first time in my life I'm installing an antenna. Have you installed an antenna before? It's probably not a life-changing experience, but it's fun. Unfortunately, it's so hot in here that the camera, having been bought in France, went on strike and stopped working for half an hour. Now it works again, and I have finished the task off camera. However, they are pointing roughly in the right direction. Now I have to connect them to the router and then find out whether they are precisely pointing towards the antenna, because only then they will improve the signal strength and our internet will finally work better. And I'm going to test now the speed as it is. That means with this tiny 2 ridiculous antennae. And then I'm going to test it again and hopefully the result is going to be mind-blowing. Speed tests, go. You can see it's rather slow. Acceptable, but not amazing. Now let's plug in the antennae. Is the plural of antenna really antennae? I'm repeating this like 100 times, and if it's not right, I look like an idiot throughout the whole vlog. I was so excited that I almost forgot to film the key moment of this installation. That's connecting the antenna to the router. So I did one already, but no worries, I'm doing a second one right now. And it's pretty much the same. I know, it's not interesting at all and you totally don't care what I'm doing right now. But it's for a good cause. It's for us being able to upload this video easier and quicker. So you could at least pretend to be interested. That's the old laptop. Retired, but not forgotten. Oh, I just got a new patron. Thank you, Amin Rahman, for becoming a new patron. This is not a marketing trick, it really just happened live in front of the camera. That said, if you like our renovation and if you want to help us rescuing this chateau and its outbuildings, why don't you have a look at our Patreon account and look what the goodies are for our patrons. And we were asked recently, what happens if you become a patron? Now, can you still watch all the previous videos? And of course you can. Once you become a patron, you can watch all the videos right from the beginning. Wireless internet. I don't know what to do with this information here, but I'm gonna do the speed test again and let's see if something has changed. This is better. Definitely better. Well, a little better. I have to go back into the attic and run the test again and move the antenna, run the test again. I'm doing it all by myself. And then I come back and I tell you if it was a success or if it was all for nothing. You see, this door is shut. I have a big smile on my face and the computer tells me this was a success. We have now a download speed of 7 to 9 megabytes and an upload speed of 5 to 7 megabytes, which is almost 3 times faster than previously. And this is going to make uploading videos for us so much faster and easier. And if you happen to have any questions about radio frequencies, decibel, megahertz, feel free to leave a question in your comments and I try to answer them as honestly as possible.
I've finished the first coat of top coat on the ceiling and I have just figured out that there's one part of the ceiling which is a bit of a problem area. Sometimes the water-based primer, it just has a weird reaction with the old paint and it started to peel off. So I've had to put some oil-based primer onto that part. Whenever I've got some kind of lime plastered walls that are really old and crumbling, just whack on some of that oil-based paint and that will kind of glue it all together. And then I can paint the ceiling paint on top of it. And the next part to do is all the preparation, which means a lot of filling, because I've got a lot of old paneling here with cracks, but also where it joins the wall, around the doors. So my favorite thing to use is decorator's caulking. Where there's really big cracks, I'm going to use this. It's a wood filler and it dries really fast. Do not judge me on my scrapey tool. Philip is very angry because I'm really bad at cleaning them. Normally I'm really good at cleaning stuff, but having said that, I'm not really. Smooth as a baby's bottom.
Nathan, je suis assez content du travail accompli aujourd'hui.
Merci.
Cependant, ce matin, il y avait un petit souci. La jeunesse, Nathan, est souvent synonyme
D'irresponsabilité et de bêtises.
d'irresponsabilité et des bêtises. Avec l'âge, cependant, regarde-moi, arrive
La perfection,
la perfection et
la sagesse.
la sagesse. Merci, très bien. Moi, par exemple, je fais
Rarement des erreurs.
rarement des erreurs. Et si j'en fais cependant,
Il reste parfait.
il reste parfait. Merci, Nathan.
Pardon.
It's Friday and our guests have just left. We've had a great week with Philip's family and their friends from Chateau in Italy. It's been so good to catch up with them because it's been almost 2 years since we've seen them. But there is no relaxing just yet because we still have the corridor to the 4th guest room to get finished before we can rent it out.
Hey,
What do you think?
you look good.
Oh, I look good, or the colour looks good.
The color looks also very good.
Oh,
Everything in here looks good.
oh, thank you. This is the tinted first primer, and yeah, I like it. I think it's going to be nice. It's green, so you can't go wrong.
And did you sort out the problem area on the ceiling?
Yeah, actually, the oil-based primer worked perfectly, and I might do a second layer of the ceiling paint, but it's glued it all together, and I think it's fine.
So Anna, what's the plan now?
I think I've got about 2 or 3 days of work to finish this painting in here. And what about you? You've got to maybe do the light fittings,
Yeah.
and then it's and the floor.
You know that we don't have any lights.
Oh.
We need to find them first.
Okay, so got to find some lights. I've got to finish sanding the floor when the machine comes back from being repaired.
Yeah, because our sander broke.
So maybe another week of work.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. No, that's good. And then we can relax.
So I can make a tour now of the 4th guest room.
No. Sorry, Philip. Not yet.
We have to wait for the Channel 4 to show it.
Yeah, just got to be a little bit more patient.
I can't wait to show it though.
I know, me too.
I can show like this. No.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. For exclusive videos and behind the scenes updates, have a look at our Patreon page. Thank you so much for watching.